And one of the things that, as part of our Bridges of Grace is something called Care for AIDS that we've done little with, but we want to start doing something with. And actually, Care for AIDS came to us as a church because of one of our youth group members, Eric Ebersol. Eric, I'm going to ask Eric to come on up here. He knows I was going to ask him some questions. Eric and another gentleman, high schooler, have been doing a lot of work. With Care for AIDS. Is this one here? And our youth group's gotten involved. Is that on? See, there it is. Yeah, they really ought to make these on with an on-off button. They don't seem to have that. I'm a big picture person, so it doesn't say on, doesn't say off. Then I'm uncertain what to do. Eric, you've been involved with the youth group's been involved with Care for AIDS. So first of all, tell us what is the ministry? What does the ministry Care for AIDS try to do?
Okay, so Care for AIDS is mainly based on obviously providing spiritual leadership to those who may not have it, but it's also involved with giving the physical needs and the medical needs and any kind of other skills that one might need. When Care for AIDS first started, they tried to go door to door and provide the Word of God to the people there who were infected, but they didn't really care about who Jesus was or what he had to say because they were hungry, because they were sick. And just like Jesus, how he fed the 5,000, they went around and started giving food and started giving water and started giving everything they needed for a physical aspect before they could start to do the spiritual aspect. So once they provided those needs, they provided them with a spiritual leader who could disciple them because the Care for AIDS Center is in a church, so it's actually based in a Christian principle. And once they do that, once they go through the program, which is about 6 to 9 months, depending on the severity of the infection and how progressive the disease has been, they provide them with life skills such as maybe making charcoal or maybe making necklaces or anything that they can do to get on their feet and provide them with a way to go back into the community and talk to those who are infected.
And while that's being done, because they're ministering to them physically in the things that they most need, they earn the right to kind of be heard. Then they are open to the Word of God. Is that not correct?
It's very correct because when they first started, like I said, they didn't care because I mean, sure they knew that there's people talking to me about Jesus and that's cool and all, but they're really just affected by the fact that they went and cared for them. They have missionaries there. I mean, it's not like it's a blank place, but it showed that the people really cared about who they were, not just about if they were saved or not.
Well, and that's true for all of us. Even people are open to hearing what we have to share when they know that we're interested in them as people, and we care about them as people, not just trying to share a message with them, but when they feel like we love them as people, and so that's true everywhere. So the very important ministry that connects ministering physically and responding to their needs, but then do it in the name of Jesus. Now, the youth group is the way that I became familiar with this, the senior high. You're graduating this year, right?
Yes, sir.
They are graduating you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. But the youth group got going with this, and how does that work? What does the youth group do?
So being a youth group, we don't necessarily do the normal things that a church would do, which would be come up here and just ask you for money. So what our youth group decided to do was they did a snack bar, which involves giving middle schoolers a lot of caffeine and food on a Wednesday night. And they ended up paying money for that, and all the food is donated, so we don't lose any money. So every dollar, every quarter, everything that goes into that snack bar is going to our center.
So every dollar that people give really does go to the Ministry of Care for AIDS.
In most organizations, they have kind of like our organization, and then the money kind of gets dispersed wherever. Every dollar that our club raises, so far we've raised close to $15,000, $16,000, depending on.
Okay, that's through the community.
That's just our school club.
Yeah.
Every single dollar that we've used hasn't gone to the organization; it's gone to our center in Kenya. So it doesn't go to any kind of CEO fund. It doesn't go into anything like that. It goes into medicine, food, and center fees for that.
Well, so if someone gave $1,000 or $1,500 or whatever, do you know how that would be used? I mean, do you know how many people that touch or what?
In a term, which we like to, it's about 6 to 9 months, like I said. The $1,500 that needs to be raised every month goes to the center, which is $18,000 a year. For each person that goes through there, it's 85 people in a term. And so far, since we've started, our center has been running at full capacity and is 85 people every time.
Okay, 85 people. So if someone gave $1,500, that would be a month, and it'd take 85 people through a month's worth of...
Yes. So if someone was to give, that's either someone or some kind of like church or anything. If they were to give $1,500, that would end up giving us an entire month worth of medicine, worth of food, clinic fees. So providing the people who are administering a place to stay, keeping the lights on, all that kind of stuff. $1,500 covers everything in an entire month, and then 12 months, $18,000 would cover the entire year.
Okay, great. I think I appreciate it. We're going to let you go back down. The Care for AIDS is a ministry of justice and righteousness. It's responding to needs for those who are most vulnerable and least powerful. They don't have mechanisms around them to be able to respond to the needs that they have. People may ask sometimes, well, why? Yeah, but that's so far away. Don't we have needs here? Yes, we have needs here. But we do both and. We do Women's Choice. We do Salvation Army. We do Lighthouse. We do Talbot House. We do a lot of things with that too. But we have a both and. It's not just here. It's we have a worldwide response too. And the needs, whatever they are here, are 10 times greater even elsewhere, because they don't have any food, they don't have any electricity, they don't have any water. So it's a both and type of a thing, and we're very happy to do that because we also are able to then, through the ministry of Care for AIDS, have the word of Christ be made known. The problem is while we've gotten going with Operation Christmas Child and with Haiti, we haven't done anything with Care for AIDS, and I wanted to bring Care for AIDS to you.